Yes, okay, so you think I should have? Okay, so I was in 3 surgeries because I was in an accident, and my bill would have been 180,000 to be alive.
Should that healthcare get fixed to make it better?
Yeah, they shouldn't be able to, like, that Martin Shkreli bullshit. Like,
what
that
system?
shouldn't be fucking legal.
What system do you think would work then for healthcare?
Well, definitely not free market. I know that's not where we're at right now, but I don't think they should be allowed to charge that much.
Martin Shkreli.
A certain percentage
That's
of their overhead. Like it's 1,000% and higher than their overhead.
Yeah,
but yeah, the reason is, well, there should be caps on that. They shouldn't be able to charge that much. It just doesn't make any sense, because the reason why they're doing it, it's in this big circular thing. You know, it's like they're doing it because they know they'll pay it, huh?
Who sets the caps?
Can't you just go to a different?
Well, no one's setting caps now. That's why.
No, I'm saying with your idea, who sets the caps?
They own the drug, so they can change it.
I mean, shit, the people. No one fucking wants to pay that much. No one can say,
okay,
oh, that's perfectly fine.
So you're saying that the clients should be setting it. So when you went to the hospital, you should have been able to wait, shut up. So you're saying when you went to the hospital and your bill was 180,000, the people, you being you, should have been able to set a cap on how much you had to pay. So you decide your own price. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, well, well, not necessarily. I mean, it shouldn't be like, 1,000, 200,000% of the cost of the treatment. Like, I understand they need to make a profit. I understand if they weren't making some type of profit, it wouldn't exist.
Yeah,
because not everyone's
working at McDonald's and they're making minimum wage, and then someone's like working for a tech company making 60 an hour, and they all of a sudden need a heart transplant. Let's say it costs like 80,000. It shouldn't be charged the same for everyone.
It says, if you do not have health insurance, you may be assessed a tax penalty based on your income and family status. For 2016, if you don't have coverage, it's just a little outdated. That's why you'll pay the higher of these two amounts: 2.5% of your yearly household income, $695 per person, $347.50 per child.
Yeah, but then otherwise everything is out of pocket. That is to pay. That's a fee. That's a fee for not having insurance.
So I'm wondering what system would work better than that. I mean, not that. What would work best?
But like anyone, because if it was set up particularly on brackets, and say someone making like 100K a year was having to pay like a few thousand a year, whenever someone making way less was only paying a few hundred. Usually the people that are making more money see that not as fair, whenever these people are actually being able to afford to stay alive.
But everyone can go out and get a lot of money and get jobs and stuff, so how is it not fair?
Because it's not.
So how is it not fair?
Because it's not.
You said that everyone can play Drogos, so it's fair.
Yeah,
so everyone can go get money.
Stand the fuck up out of their wheelchair.
That's what government.
There are jobs. There are jobs for people.
No government program covered me when I was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but back to the topic. You said it's not fair because some people are in a wheelchair or whatever. That's understandable.
Just for my genes or whatever, I'm type 1 diabetic, and because of that, I have to spend more than what it would cost for a car. So because I have something in my genes, I do not get to have a car. Basically, I have one. I'm paying money out the ass. So it's a fucking struggle. Like, they shouldn't be able to charge $400 for a week and a half of insulin.
It sucks in all your situation. It does. It sucks. But this to me goes back again to the whole inequity.
It's fair that I could be like an engineer and then I'd be fine. And too bad I'm not an engineer. But the thing, what you're saying, okay, so that means if everyone
just because you don't have an equal situation to someone else doesn't mean it's unfair.
But you still have to have a balance in each fucking bracket. You still have to have workers at McDonald's. You still have to have workers at Burger King. Like if these people aren't working these jobs that pay less, that service is not there. Like there's all parts in the clock, and everyone
maybe they should get a better job or go to school and get a profession.
So the way
people who work at McDonald's are in high school.
100% of people have a college job, have a good job. So what happens to all that other shit? What happens to
they should go get their job. That was my whole point. That inequity.
But then they do. So hypothetically they do. Yeah, shit happens, but it's like, it's not necessarily fair. Like, it's like, I didn't choose that. It's not because I made
you didn't choose it doesn't
decision.
mean it's unfair.
Is that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it is, because there's nothing I could have done to prevent it.
I said that Drogos is unfair, you said that I could.
Because you could have prevented it. You could have fucking picked Drogos. Like,
that doesn't prevent them from using it on me. And
but
either way, that's the argument I'm
using
on you, and now you're saying it's not a valid argument.
No, because any of us can pick Drogos. We have the 100%
Any of us could get hit by a car.
You can't get picked getting hit by a fucking car because it was the guy driving the fucking car.
No, but I'm saying it's possible.
Someone else should be the one paying for your care.
Someone else chose for me. No one made you pick whatever character you fucking picked in this game. No one picked that. You could pick Drogos, but you didn't. So your argument is invalid.
No, that's invalid because
you have 100% freedom to pick any character.
Wait. Because the argument wasn't that I can't play him, so it's unfair. The argument was that his ability is unfair to play against him.
Now you have to play him.
So me playing as him doesn't stop what I was complaining about being unfair. So that has nothing to do with it.
You're just saying it's unbalanced, but it's not unfair because any of us could have picked him.
But me picking him again has nothing to do with it because it's not about if I can use him or not.
You're just saying it's unbalanced. It's not unfair. It's a difference. Like, any of us could pick him. Any of us can pick him. I can pick him next game.
Any of us could get hit by a car.
Yeah, but it's not your inequality. It's not your choice, though. But you have a choice to pick Drogos.
It wasn't your choice.
Well, it was your choice not to pick Drogos and then cry about it.
But picking Drogos wouldn't change anything because the problem is that they're using Drogos, not that I'm not using it.
What does it matter? Like it's in the game. Like it's all
Drogos. It's not going to change anything. I'm still going to get hit by another Drogos unfairly.
It's still perfectly fair. If no one's saying you can't pick him, so you saying because they picked him it's unfair is like wrong. It's dead wrong.
No, that's because you're assuming that because anyone can pick him that it must not be unbalanced or unfair.
You're saying I could have choose not to be hit by a car? Is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that anyone could be hit by a car.
Exactly. So how is it fair?
I'm saying that anyone could be hit by a car.
That doesn't. So
simply because you're in a bad circumstance doesn't mean that it's unfair.
But someone else made that choice for me. I didn't get to make that choice.
It doesn't matter. You're in a bad circumstance. That doesn't mean that life is unfair.
A bad circumstance. So you're just saying it's not unfair because it's just something that just happens.
Because
then it's just something that happens that someone picks up Drogos, dude. It's perfectly fair for anyone to pick any fucking character in this game because it's there and it's available and anyone can click on it.
Anyone who walks outside or rides a motorcycle could get hit by a car. So I don't see.
It's not their choice though because they're not operating the car.
It wasn't my choice for someone else to choose Drogos.
You're saying it's unfair if someone comes and shoots you as Drogos, but you could have picked.
But I didn't choose for them to shoot me.
You could have picked it.
You see where your problem is here? Do you see why your logic is flawed?
No, you see where your problem is because you cried like a little bitch because Drogos got the best of you and you could have picked him. Like you cried for so long.
But me picking him doesn't change him from picking him.
Oh my god, it's so unfair. This guy picked Drogos. Oh, it's cheating. No, it's fucking not. Like I could pick Drogos and I suck ass with Drogos.
But
if I would have been on that team and picked Drogos,
still have to play
I would have
fucking.
So he was a player that was good at playing Drogos. That's all it was. All it was. Like you comparing these two situations, it's completely irrelevant. It's no way like relative at all. Like
this isn't the greatest two things to compare because it is true that with Drogos anyone can play Drogos. You can just get on, play the character.
Anyone can get hit by a car. My complaint wasn't that I'm not able to pick Drogos.
Yeah, but
my
then it's not fair.
Drogos is not fair to play against.
Can't get the same job as someone not in a fucking wheelchair. That makes it unfair.
So
that sounds like someone who hasn't experienced
a comma.
It, so they're ignorant to the fact that they have not experienced it.
That was a comma.
Ignorant, man. You're ignorant.
That wasn't the end of what I was saying.
Ignorant because you don't understand.
That was a comma.
I don't give a fuck if it's a comma. What the fuck difference is it? Yeah, what difference is it?
That means I had more to say to my statement instead of you.
But you haven't experienced it, so you're ignorant.
Oh, so you only want anecdotal things. You don't want facts.
What anecdotals? I'm telling you facts. I was factually hit up by a fucking car, and you were factually fucking wrecked by Drogos, fairly, and you don't.
If the ability, I consider the ability to be unfair.
You're just fucking ignorant, dude. Like you're so fucking ignorant. Like it's your choice to fucking try to have these goddamn conversations with people you know that don't agree with you. The whole time I'll just say, "Oh, stupid fucking dumbass racist Republican," like. I don't take jabs at you like that because I choose not to. I choose not to fucking vote for it, dude. Like, and that's our freedom. But the thing is what you believe in takes away the freedoms that you have.
No, what do I believe in that takes away freedoms that I have? I'm not protesting against
because
my own
people
right
have
to vote.
Different beliefs in you, and you wish differently for them than yourself.
Based on what have I said that implies that or suggests it?
When you said if black people stop committing crimes.
I said they commit disproportionate amount of crimes. They make up barely any of the population.
Can you confirm that? Can you confirm that they?
By government statistics.
Yeah,
no, by like actual fucking proof, rather than you just opening your mouth and just saying it's a fact.
Dude, I literally just looked it up.
What statistics from what?
The FBI.
Oh, for fine.
I gotta go.
Wait,
whoa,
the government. You know the FBI? They gave you statistics.
Oh, here we go. I have to personally
because I can go online and find
for something.
Statistics that support either side of that.
Okay,
yeah,
so the government statistics are not real evidence? What the fuck is wrong with you?
When BuzzFeed makes something up and posts it,
that's not statistics. You're 16, you haven't even fucking voted. You don't understand, like, what do you mean? You're saying the FBI
Did you just assume my age? That's trickery.
You're saying
got it right as well.
Oh my god.
He did get it right, huh? No, I'm not 16,
he did get it.
though.
You're just
27.
fucking ignorant, dude. You don't care because you don't live it.
Man.
No, I don't give a fuck. Dude, you don't care because you don't experience it. That makes you ignorant.
I care.
I have to interject one more time.
You don't care because if you're not black,
could you explain how we are ignorant?
You're not black, so you're good, right?
What? Are you racist or something, boy?
Yeah, it sounds kind of racist.
You have young teenagers agreeing with you. I don't really care. Like,
I don't really care. I mean, a lot of people take that agreement. A lot of people take the other side of it, your side of it, whatever.
Yeah, because it's.
I'm not gonna use their age as an excuse.
Just because it's shit that happens doesn't make it fair. If I get hit by a wheelchair, that shouldn't affect what job I can get.
Hit by a wheelchair.
Like, that's the argument we're having with a bunch of like little tweens that are laughing because they don't think that's a serious thing. If you're in a wheelchair and you can't get the same job, someone out of it, then that's just
no,
like,
get a consumer job then.
You made an accident. Your statement was accidentally wrong. It was the idea of someone being hit by a wheelchair because that's not as fatal as being hit by a car. It's just a silly thing to think about. That's why they're laughing.
No, I said someone in a wheelchair not being able to get a job.
No. You said hit by a wheelchair. You literally said that.
And that's fucking hilarious.
I know you didn't mean it, but they're not laughing at you for being in a wheelchair. They're laughing at the thing that you said because the idea of someone being hit by a wheelchair.
Someone in a wheelchair can't get the same job.
No, what you actually said was
I understand.
Hit by a wheelchair.
Yeah, I fucking heard you.
I'm explaining to you why they're laughing. Well, because I
know. I said they got hit by a wheelchair, or that's what you think. I understand. I heard you. The first
How
3
can
times
you know that you
That's
heard
what you
him
said.
if you don't acknowledge it?
Yeah,
because that's what I'm fucking saying right now. That I heard you. It's irrelevant. Like I'm saying is that someone.
To you why they're laughing.
Okay, can we move on from that? I understand that.
Okay,
I understand that. Can we move on from that?
Sure.
Right. So someone in a wheelchair cannot get the same job as someone out of it. And once getting a wheelchair, I had 7 years like experience in framing, which makes a shit ton of money more than a lot of fucking computer jobs. And it's all of a sudden like, oh, you got to start over. It's like.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it means that I should be able to get some type of fucking healthcare. Luckily, I did. I'm not done talking. That it's not.
Well, you interrupt me constantly.
You're being
and I just had a question. So.
No, you interrupted me, and you're being condescending by
I regularly
laughing.
interrupt you. That's definitely
because I was still talking. Just because you have something credible to say doesn't mean you're not interrupting.
Go ahead, finish.
Well, yeah. If you stop saying "go ahead, finish," I can finish my fucking sentence. Like, what the fuck? I don't fucking sit here and interrupt you. Once you start talking and there's a gap and I try to talk and you continue, I shut up because I have a respect for other people, which you cannot understand something that you haven't experienced. And I'm sitting in the place where I'm not gonna have an opinion on it because I haven't experienced it. I can't say that they should or shouldn't.
Hasn't been yelling and you have.
Okay, that's great. I know you're like 12 and you don't know how to not interrupt people, but I'm going to continue anyways. But they do far more than that.
Are you done?
Yeah, I answered your question already.
So I'm wondering what your resolution is for someone in your situation as far as a job goes. Or what
it doesn't have to be a resolution for whether or not they get a job, but there has to be a resolution between the job they can get and the coverage that they are able to like get. Like they shouldn't just be shit out of luck because of it. Just because there's a bunch of fucking greedy ass health corporations that want to make a buck off of it.
Are there no jobs possible to obtain in a wheelchair?
Yeah, there's a shit ton of jobs you can't get. Ones that you spent like almost a decade having experience in. That's all out the window. So it should be accessible to anyone and everyone to be able to like match that and not be in debt because of it, and then also not be able to get a job so they can't even pay that debt. It's just like there should be a better solution for people like that. Like that's just not right.
I didn't ask
if you walk out to the sidewalk,
are there any jobs?
You've seen crazy. There's a lot less, but it's not just down to the type of job. I know I brought that up as an example, but it's also to the healthcare that is accessible. It's all across the board. It's like it should be balanced in some way. Like if you walk out to the sidewalk, and you've seen a lot of crazy like car accidents on internet where like a car runs up on the sidewalk and creams someone. If you ever watch people die or something, if you walk out to the sidewalk and you get fucking creamed, and then you're fucked because like if you don't already have insurance, then you have a pre-existing condition. And so if you were to not have insurance, say you're unemployed for like a little bit, which happens to everyone at least one point in their life, and you get fucking creamed by a truck, and then you're in a wheelchair, and it's very difficult to find work, and you can get some assistance, but not enough to put your head above water.
I think what made you mad was the whole fairness thing. All I was saying is that because someone gets into a bad situation, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's unfair, because bad things happen to people all the time. It's just one of those things that can happen.
But if they have just as much motivation as you, I've talked to a pharmacist where I got like some ointment from that said, "Oh, I used to make this, and I used to make this like when I was just entering college. Like I worked for like, I don't know, he worked for someone."
But were you there? Did you know them when they were doing it?
Listen, it's just an example, dude. Like,
well, that's what you said to me with the
I'm just giving you an example, dude. Well, they're telling me, okay, that it costs about 25 cents a gallon to make this, and they sell like a little ounce of it for like $75. That right there should not be fucking legal, because it.
Guess what they do with most of their profits? They spend it on research for new medicine, and that helps you in the future. So why are you complaining?
Oh my god! Not in every fucking case. You're saying.
I said most, not all.
No, and it's not even like all the money. Like a lot of it is just made into fucking, like making everyone rich. Like they make a shit ton of fucking money off of it. That's not right.
Yeah.
It's not just fucking going into research. The fucking
why wouldn't you pay people to keep other people alive?
Dude, there's nonprofits that have gotten way further with fucking like research in diabetes than any of the ones that are fucking making money off of their insulin.
So what do you recommend to level this playing field that's not level?
That it should not be legal to charge that fucking much higher than the fucking...
The point is, you're saying that the current system is unfair, that we're paying too much for things that are really dumb and shouldn't cost
everyone's
that much.
paying
so
too much.
So how do we fix it? What do you think is a good solution then? Besides just saying,
I already answered this like 3 times.
No, you just said set a cap.
Yes,
how do we set a cap? Like who decides? Who enforces the cap?
I said a cap of the based on the percentage of the overhead. If it only costs 25 cents to make a gallon of something where they charge $75 an ounce, they shouldn't be able to charge
who keeps
that
the company,
fucking much over the overhead.
Who keeps the company in check with those caps? How do they make sure they do it?
What?
How do you
I don't understand. You're asking me what
idea?
Fucking politician is responsible for that? What's the point?
I asked you. I said nothing about politicians.
Well, okay, that's fucking. Why do I need to answer the government if obviously that's what it would be? Like, I don't understand.
Well, we didn't know what you were thinking.
If you were telling,
oh my, the fucking, some fucking private militia. The fucking government.
Well, before you said
I don't know why. You should have said that. If it's so obvious, then say it.
Because it's a stupid fucking question.
You said the people before, and now you're saying the government. Because I was wondering how the people are gonna. It's like it seems unfair to me that the client who's being charged money.
You said
is
who
allowed
is
to
it
set the price.
decided by. You didn't say who is controlled by.
So the people decide.
And I still saying it's based on the percentage of, like, the overhead. Like, it shouldn't be like fucking 10,000% like that bullshit is.
So basically, the people decide on the amount, and then the government enforces it, making sure that the companies do a certain practice with their costs.
But what happens if the companies can't afford to pay
usually
those
what the people are showing is the concern, and then it's like whoever in office that fucking puts together with the board to decide on what it should be and what percentage it should be. It's never directly decided by the people.
What happens if the Medicare costs $70,000? It's a $70,000 procedure that costs listen. Let's just say if they do an operation that costs them $70,000 in medicine, but the people agree to only pay up to $50,000. So every time they do that procedure, the company loses $20,000.
What's wrong with your question is that Medicare patients don't pay a dime.
But where is the money coming from?
It's coming from our taxes.
Okay, so for fuck's sake.
So we're already socialist?
Somewhat.
Well, yeah, anyone could say we're somewhat
fucking
socialist.
Obama.
So you want to be
a lot of people say it's a socialist economy. More of it should be going to
Social Security being
us.
paid to losers like not losers, to people in bad situations like you.
Someone as young as me hasn't paid that much in Social Security to get really diddly squat. But that's not really relevant to me because someone being young would be getting Social Security disability, and that would depend on how much you've paid into Social Security.
I see what you're saying. We should tailor all these things to you.
No.
That sounds like the best way to rule a country.
No, I'm just saying if someone gets put in a wheelchair when they're 18, they haven't paid anything to Social Security
for
you're disability
18?
Social Security to help them.
You're 18?
No, I'm giving you an example. Can you listen?
Okay.
If you're 18 and you get put in a wheelchair,
I mean, you shouldn't change your story all the time. People think you're a liar.
It's an example. It's an example. I said if.
Yeah, but you're doing it pretty close to your home
and let me
story.
finish my fucking sentence.
So I don't have to do what he wants! So fuck off!
So how old are you?
I'm 27.
I thought you said you were 22.
I said if, motherfucker, open your ears. God damn, I said it's an example.
Dude,
it's
stop getting mad, jeez.
Having an argument with like fucking teenagers is just so fucking pointless.
So what, you're discriminating?
At least we're not mad, Jesus.
Now?
Well, you don't have any reason to be mad. You haven't experienced life. You haven't experienced how fucked up the government's been.
I was almost wrongfully expelled from my high school twice, so fuck you.
Yeah, I'm sure it was wrongfully. I'm sure it wasn't being a fucking loudmouth little shit.
I don't think expulsion is really that big of a life thing.
It kind of is, because all the repercussions, I could never buy a gun if I wanted to.
What? Is that like a state thing? What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Washington state laws are fucking gay.
Yeah.